Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone from all places in the world, especially to Jake. As you guys can see, it's quite dark on my end, and it has a sun in his hand. So from his window, you can tell that he's from the other side of the planet. But Jake, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. Well, I'm from the other side of the planet, but I'm actually in Bangkok, so I'm quite close
Oh,
to you. So
really,
I think
really?
while we're talking, it's going to get dark here. So
Oh,
we've
okay.
tried to arrange the lighting so that you can still see my face.
Oh yeah, so you've prepared it ahead of time. So that's pretty good. I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that you're in Bangkok, but that's pretty cool.
but I am
Can you?
from London in England originally, but I haven't
Mhm,
lived there for a long, long time. I've lived in Dubai and Shanghai and now
mhm.
Bangkok for a little bit. So I've been all around the world.
Could you tell us a bit more why you've been traveling from time to time?
Well, actually, I've been a sort of an entrepreneur creating
Mm,
businesses forever really for the last 20 years, and I had education businesses and ed tech businesses in Dubai and in Shanghai, and that was up until about 2 years ago, and then had always been involved with blockchain and blockchain technologies. And when my last business came to an end, I started developing Vue. And so it's been quite a long time as I've been learning more and more about creating projects in Web3. And I just love blockchain technology, and I just love the way that it sort of distributes value very differently to all the participants. So but it also takes a while because of tokens and all of that. If you get it wrong, it can be all about the token price. It can all be
mm.
about pumping and dumping. And so, we've been working on Vue for 5 or 6 months now, and it's a real business within the blockchain space. So very excited to partner with you guys and talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, with that being said, I mean, the project is possibly a long time coming. You probably had a lot more experiences in trying to manage a lot of business, but now we will be speaking about VU in particular. So you did mention quite a few things about it already. So that being said, can you please tell us more about VU?
Sure. Well, View stands for value unlocked, and what we want to do with View is to unlock the value of everyone's digital earnings and blockchain earnings into the real world. And so, what we are is we're a Web3 marketing company and Web3 marketing project. And our purpose is to get all of our users and stakeholders and community to be paid by brands for their data and their brand loyalty. Because in Web 2, the platforms make all the money out of that. And
Mhm.
what we're doing with Vue is actually creating a system where you, the people, the users who are giving their data, who are shopping at Coca-Cola or wherever it is, or Jollibee in the Philippines, can actually benefit from, and 7-Eleven can benefit from the brands using their data, having their loyalty, having their custom. So what we've done is we've partnered with a lot of big brands in the Philippines initially, and we're going to expand into Southeast Asia. And you can do three things on the platform at the moment. You can firstly earn tokens by referring your friends and family and inviting them to try Vue, and they can sign up either with a wallet, or even if they're your grandmother and they don't have a wallet, they can sign up with just their phone number. So we've built it so that it works for people who understand Web 2 as well as Web 3. um, you can save money by spending the tokens that you earn by helping grow the network and grow the project on discounts and vouchers. And we currently have discounts with 7-Eleven that are available, I think with Grab, and there's many more that are going to be coming
Mm.
on. And the third thing that we will be creating, or are creating now, which will be available very soon, is the ability to earn cash back, both from e-commerce spending, but because we know that in Southeast Asia and in the Philippines, a lot of people don't have cards. Actually, you're spending at supermarkets, at stores like 7-Eleven, where you're spending cash. You can upload your receipt, and the brands want to incentivize and reward you for that loyalty. So they can pass cash back through us to you by just uploading your receipt for the products that they want to reward you for. So that's
Mm.
three things to do. You can earn tokens by referring everyone. You can save money by spending those tokens on discounts and vouchers on real world shops. And very soon you'll be able to earn cash back just from your everyday spending and not doing anything special, just by uploading your receipt to the platform. And really, we're doing this for two reasons. Firstly, we want to help people save money so that when we know that, people don't have a lot of money, and it's better for them to be able to save money so that they can spend more, and to be able to earn from their data and their loyalty. We've got lots coming up over the next 2 to 3 months, another 2 or 3 ways to actually, we've got more brands coming onto the platform. We've got more benefits coming onto the platform, including a partnership with a big esports company that will give access to a lot of interesting gaming and esports opportunities. Again, just for benefits for
You.
being a participant in View. And there'll also obviously be ways to invest in the project, but we're not rushing that bit yet.
Yeah, because at this very point, I believe there's a ton of crypto projects that are happening. Possibly every single day. There's a lot of it. So how can we distinguish the value between this project and that project? Is the value that we provide to the users.
Yep,
Firstly, not about the money, not about everything. So this is more regarding about what the users can do and what they can get out of it before we actually try to make something, like to grow onto the token side of things and everything that might come in between as we are developing this. And with that being said, I'm actually in love with the idea already. um, I'm not saying this because I'm the host, but I can see the true essential that this might actually be one of the few things that bridges Web3 to how we are currently in the real world. And you did mention like companies such as Grab, 7-Eleven, Jollibee, if I'm not mistaken, and expanding further in Southeast Asia. So even if there are Filipinos or perhaps even other Southeast Asian users that are looking forward to using this project, or at least using the actual platform to use it on their daily lives, would be quite essential. So,
that's
loving that
true.
idea already. So, yeah,
So I think just on that, I mean, I'm not allowed to say which brands they are that
mm,
we're talking to at the moment, but the kind of products you can buy at 7-Eleven, like shampoo, like
yeah,
toothpaste, they're the kind of companies that want to pass cash back to you. So just stuff that you're buying every day, whether it's crisps or chocolate bars or shampoo, those sort of things, you're going to be able to get cash back for just buying them at 7-Eleven or supermarkets. And that will be in the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 months, depending on my development team. You can never know when they're going to finish it.
yeah, that's true because there's a lot of negotiations that are going to happen, and I understand that. Me particularly, I'm currently looking at the website of View, and I can see here 50% off on GrabFood. Not that I'm trying to break down all of this all at once. Not that I'm trying to surprise everyone already by giving you that much information, because guys, you can actually look at the website now. So if you're watching the stream, I believe there's a link that shows on the platforms on which social media that View actually has. So make sure to follow those because if you want to get news, any other phishing websites and such. So that being said, me particularly, I literally use GrabFood almost every single week, especially when I'm spending a lot of my time trying to connect to other projects. It's one of the great ways to keep myself easily, have my food source available. It's quite convenient, is what I would love to say. And these are the main aspects of View that I can see already. And what are the other things that the platform has to offer for users such as us?
Well, once we've developed our view earnings, that's the most important thing, because what we want to do is we want to. Our purpose is to get the big brands and the big corporates to put the money into the platform and then to distribute that out to our users. So most projects are about taking money from all the users in Web3 and in crypto, taking that in and then building something over 2 or 3 years.
Hmm.
And what we're doing is that we're actually acting as a marketplace where the brands
Oh.
they come in and they buy the tokens, which are then distributed to all the users in return for their spending. So what that will enable them to do us to do is actually to pass these tokens out to all of the users on the platform. There's a fixed number of tokens, so you can either choose to spend those tokens on the platform on gift cards, which you can then use on e-commerce sites or in your day-to-day, which you can then also earn more tokens just by using. So you can create more tokens by using the platform and getting some tokens. Um, but then also you can hold on to them because there'll be a fixed supply. So actually, as the platform grows and as the community grows and more people use it, there'll be more and more people generating income from the brands. They'll be
Mm.
going into tokens. And obviously, the supply of tokens is fixed, and the amount of money chasing that supply of tokens will go up. So even just by holding on to the tokens, there will be a price appreciation. And we're going to create staking options where people are able to stake and secure the network and invest over different time periods for that as well, so
Mm.
that they can achieve some kind of benefit as well from growing the platform.
So essentially, what View is doing for the people or the users that will be involved in it is helping people save money, if I'm not mistaken,
That's right.
and basically earning from the data that they are given, right?
That's
Or
right.
that they're giving. So that's actually super. It's actually giving me goosebumps of on how essential, how valuable this project is at this very moment. I mean, it kind of brings you back into reality. Some people might be able to earn a lot of crypto tokens, but they might not know how to, pull it out. So they might not. They might just be tempted to keep on investing it, reinvesting it, to the point that they forget to take profit or take something, just a bit for themselves. And it's a good reminder that there's this platform that you can use as a marketplace to be able to bridge that gap between crypto and real life. So that is very, very thoughtful for a project that is actually outside of the Philippines. But you did mention that it's going to expand further on towards the Southeast Asia, right?
That's true. Well, look, we are in Southeast Asia. We're
Mhm.
out of we're run out of Bangkok and out of Singapore. Philippines is our first sort of market to work with, because the reason that we came up with Value Unlocked is that we want to unlock the value of the tokens that people are earning in games like Pegaxy. So the discount section of our app, of our platform, those discounts are actually paid for and provided by the brands. So they don't cost us anything. So the tokens that are introduced, and they pay us for that. And that then gets distributed back into the token. So we don't actually exchange those tokens that we get from, InViz for fiat. And so the idea is that actually we can support projects like Pegaxy and like the selected partners that we have that we allow the tokens to be used for, and help their token price stay more stronger and to give a third party utility for the tokens. So we want to be beneficial for all parts of the ecosystem, for the projects, for the users who are earning the tokens, and obviously for the brands who are able to find the people that like their products and reward them for being loyal. So we're trying to be in the middle of this ecosystem and be supportive
Right.
of all the players in it.
Mhm. And with that actually being mentioned, I just saw how everyone has been commenting in our Facebook page. So there's a few people that are asking a few questions here. So, guys, I will be asking Jake a few more questions, and you will be able to see a ton of it. So, you guys will be able to gauge on how Value Unlocked will be providing you the things that you need later on as the project keeps on developing. But with that being said, there is also a few links, a few people that are pretending to be a part of Value Unlock. So make sure that you guys are only using all the provided social medias that are currently on stream right now. So there's a lot of opportunistic people that would love to take advantage of you. But I just want to make sure that you guys are investing your money on where it's actually worth. So that being mentioned,
Absolutely. Just to be clear, you hear it from me. The only address that works for us is www.view.life. So that's the official site, which I think is posted on the Pegaxy page. So
that
don't
is
trust
correct.
anything else.
So don't listen to anyone else. We're here and we're the ones who are actually giving you all the information that you need. So you don't need to follow anyone else, man. Make sure to be at the perfect Discord channel, not anywhere else. You wouldn't want to get any false information. So that being mentioned, let's go ahead and proceed to the actual questions that we have in store for you. It's a great way that we are, we have been able to talk about a few things for View as we just began. But now I do believe this is the first common question that everybody would love to ask, especially in Pegaxy. So the Pegaxians are quite curious about this because I've already seen it in our Facebook. So for my first question is, where do Vis token go after redeeming coupons? Do you exchange them for other tokens?
That depends on which products are purchased. With the gift cards, we obviously have to send that back to the gift card provider because there's a cost for that. So those do go and probably get exchanged by the gift card provider. For the discounts and the vouchers, they actually don't get exchanged at all. So we keep hold of them and they stay in a wallet and they don't get exchanged immediately. So what we do is for us that is something that we want to do to support the Viz price and all of that. So we want to make sure that they're not just getting dumped on the market and going right down. So for us, we don't really count that as anything valuable at all. We want to just keep that in the wallet so that doesn't get back into circulation.
Mhm. And in that possible way, there is more that Value Unlock can do for Pegaxy, as well as not only for the players of Pegaxy, but also the users. Because you did mention, or as we did mention earlier, that this is going to help people save a lot of money without actually trying to lose the value of the money that they're holding. Is that correct?
Exactly. And the gift cards, they're a way of getting the Viz tokens into something you can use in the real world without having to get an exchange account or a bank account or whatever. So that's our way of helping with that. And with the discounts and the vouchers, that's just an exchange for the for that discount, which is
And
the deal
additionally, oh,
exactly,
sorry.
which is paid for by the brands.
And there's also going to be cashback. So that being
Exactly,
mentioned, there's a
exactly.
ton of I mean, I love how the name of the project actually revolves around what it provides. It's quite clicky. It's something that you can get reminded of every single time. So that's really good.
So we everyone's trying to lock value in crypto. So we thought we wanted to unlock value. Total value locked is what everyone talks about on
Mhm.
chains and in projects. So we're total value unlocked.
That's pretty good. So whoever got started the name for Value Unlock, it's definitely something to be rewarded for. I mean, at least thank you for being able to thought about it. And for my next question, I'm sure that everyone would love to ask to get their questions asked later on. So guys, make sure to send out your questions later on so that me and Jake can definitely talk about it later, and you as the audience will have the ability to gauge whether you think the project is actually profitable and all the things that you would love to do. If it's something that you can use in real life, we're not going to be forcing you to do anything, but of course we will love to have you see what's going to be happening next in the project as we now proceed to the next question. So now for my question number 2 is, what are other perks of being a VAU token holder? Will there be airdrops or is there such more things? I believe you talked about this earlier, but it's now is the perfect time to get more into it.
With the right now, what you can do is you can use your Viz or your VUA token when you earn it to buy these discounts and also gift cards. So I think there's just been a question on Discord, which is when can you start using Viz in View? You can use that right now. Now, the other thing you can do is you can earn the tokens. But I think what we will do in the future, there'll be a couple of things to do with the View token. Firstly, you can hold and stake the token. As I already mentioned, it will be a fixed supply. and we have a specialist mathematician, PhD, who is working out currently the tokenomics and the white paper for before we actually float the token and do an IDO and actually go for investment. That's why we don't have a white paper now, and why we're not asking people for investment now. We're actually self-funding the project, and we are we're self-funding the project, and we have a few angel backers, and we have very long unlocks for the investors, so they can't dump the token on the market as soon as we IDO it. So we're actually working out the tokenomics and the tokenomic flows, which will be coded into smart contracts before we go live with that to protect everyone, including ourselves. So there will be staking around that, and there will also be other opportunities to invest and gain yield. Could be careful about saying invest because of the SEC, but to gain yield, because there are certain ways that the cashback works, which we will enable people to invest for you, because that will give people cash back sooner, and they will get a return as the cashback comes in from the brands, which can take a little bit longer. So we actually have a few sort of complicated systems like that, which have never been done before in the market, and are actually better than other cashback mechanisms in Web 2 and other Web 2 businesses, like ShopBack, for example, where we will actually be able to give you your cash back within about a week or two, rather than waiting 2 or 3 months, which they will enable us to do. So there will be a lot of benefits, including long-term investment, including being able to use the token for more and more brands, discounts, etc. on the platform, and obviously these other investment methods, which will also benefit the community and help the circulation go faster and faster.
Yeah, that is something I believe that the community would love to hear. Although there might be some of the few people that have different views when it comes to this. Of course, the longevity of the project will tell us how everything will continue, especially with how the market is going on right now. We do believe that there might be a few frustrated people, but that is also part of growth. It's not always up, it's not always down. Just like the Mirai Labs logo, I just have to mention it. It might go sideways, it might go up, it might go down, but that's how it is. So that being mentioned, thank you for clarifying on how the uh, view value unlock website has no white paper at the moment yet, because there might be people that are possibly looking into it now. So they might be curious on why it has no white paper. But thank you for clarifying that, because as you did mention earlier, we want to provide value to the users using the project at the moment, not instantly trying to make an IDO, trying to make a just a quick profit out of it. We want to make sure that the project is going to be uh, useful, especially when it comes to the longevity of the project, to keep on being used. Like as I've mentioned, it's going to be a certain essential in our life, especially when it is developed properly. So that being mentioned, I will go ahead and proceed to my third question, which is your products cater only to the people who live in Southeast Asia, as we did have a bit of a communication towards this earlier. Do you have plans to offer this product for Western and Eastern countries, and when will it be?
Yes, I think yes, we absolutely will. Our first look, we, as you mentioned earlier, we are building for the long term, and we're building a sustainable system and a sustainable project that benefits all the users. So our number one priority is to make sure that we get the tokenomics right, and we get something really useful for our first users. So we are focused right now on the Philippines, so that we can understand the users from the Philippines, what is useful for them and what they want. And very quickly, we are looking to expand to other countries in Southeast Asia. So within 2023, we want to be in Indonesia, we want to be in Thailand, and we want to be in Vietnam, to support the communities there. And after that, we will be looking to more Western countries. Now, obviously, in Western countries, they are interested in slightly different elements of the project. So given we are a small team that is focused on creating this value and creating the ability really for people in Southeast Asia to save money, that's our major major focus and benefit from this. We don't want to be distracted by people in Western audiences who don't really need that. So yes, over the longer term, but right now we're focused on Southeast Asian audiences.
Because the point of view of Westerners and Southeast Asians are quite different. So there might be a massive gap between how the production of the project will be. So if you guys need a bit more clarification on that, choosing one path first before trying to diverge into one another is definitely going to be helping out the project in the long term. Is that correct, sir?
That's right. That's
Okay.
exactly right. Yes.
Perfect. And that being mentioned, there will still be plans on expanding, but it's not yet uh, in the process of trying to think about it instantly. So you need to finish one step first before moving to another. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes,
All right.
absolutely. And if I may, I mean, you mentioned our roadmap and
Mm,
timings. We are constantly updating. We will have a white paper within March. I would like to say it will be the beginning of March, but these things can take a little bit longer. Because we're not just putting up a token distribution, we are
mhm.
working out the mathematical models behind the token economy. So that will be done within March. We are also putting up very shortly a roadmap so you can see our development roadmap. But I think and once we have the white paper up, there will be the opportunity for anyone to invest in the earlier stages, which will be discounted to the IDO price. But that comes once we've worked it all out, and it will be fair in that anyone will be able to invest in those earlier stages and those discounted stages, not just privileged venture
Right.
capitalists with
Mhm.
the access. We obviously have a lot of contact and connections with venture capitalists, both in Web3 and in Web2. Although lots of the ones in Web3 don't have any money anymore, and we will, and so we will actually make this available to everyone because we believe that is fair.
Mhm.
Obviously, we'll be onboarding venture capitalists as well because but on exactly the same terms as everyone else, because that is useful for the project growth. But it won't be at the detriment of everyday users.
That's perfect. Splendid. Because that is definitely something that a lot of people are already considering. So that being mentioned, it's super essential that this project is definitely going to be taking its time to be produced at a proper rate, not being rushed and everything. So March will be the quickest time to possibly that we can hope for that the white paper for View will be released. So that being mentioned, my next question will actually be regarding staking. So is there a time or will there be staking for VAU tokens? I believe that you have mentioned this earlier, but there might be people asking this question again later on, so might as well ask it now.
Sure. Yes. Well, look, we will. We're absolutely going to introduce VU staking. Our first priority and second priority right now are to link up the Binance Smart Chain because we're fully aware that people have tokens on Binance Smart Chain they might want to use on this. And also to develop the receipt snapping side of the cashback so that people who are shopping in 7-Eleven or supermarkets can actually get cashback and benefits and VU tokens from just buying their shampoo, their everyday groceries, their toothpaste, and all of these things. I think once we've built those pieces, because we are still a small team, we will be building out the staking elements of this as well. It also depends on the speed of our white paper being released, because at that point we will start fundraising to be able to build the project more quickly as well.
Amazing. So, if I'm not mistaken, within 2 to 3 months, we can possibly expect more ways to earn, like the possibility to for that to be developed. More brands, definitely for sure, because once the white paper has been released, I do believe that's also going to be one of the processes that is going to be involved in it. So, more benefits, more brands, and possibly even more ways to invest in the project. Is that correct?
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. And look, we are going to create a white list for the very first stage of the investment process. It's possible now to sign up for that white list. There's no obligation, but we want to know who's interested, and the more that people help the community, the higher, the more we're going to be able to favor their allocation as well when the time comes. And then they'll be able to choose based on the white paper and what they've seen of the project. But the most important thing is we're building it so that they can try and see the benefit of the project before they have to invest. And they never have to invest, and they can still get the benefit of the project.
Yeah.
That's what we really want, because we don't want anyone to feel like they have to give us
Yeah.
money unless they really get a benefit from it.
So it's not going to be funneled in by just the investor, that may not even have the current assets to purchase anything from the project, but they will still be able to gauge the information regarding is this project even valuable for us if we can't really invest on it. So being able to um, make this project accessible to everyone, not only to the investors, is definitely something that I believe everyone would be able to appreciate. And just to make sure that everyone was able to understand the link that to the main project is it okay if I ask you again what the link for the
Yeah.
project is?
Or our website link, you
Yes,
mean?
yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
So it's www.VU.Life. VU.Life.
There you go.
We also have a company website, which is valueunlock.io, but the actual app that you can use is on www.view.life.
So that is VU.Life.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check
Yes.
it out right now, you can definitely access the website and you can see a couple of vouchers that you can already see and use even as long as you start connecting your wallet. But don't you connect your wallet first, because later on we will be having something that you guys will definitely appreciate. So if I'm not mistaken, it's already in the Discord server of Pegaxy. So make sure to check that out because we want you to receive all of the valuable things that you can get in this early point on. So
Do you think we
for
should tell
that,
them now, just in case they link their wallets?
actually, yeah, I would really love to
Why
do
not?
that now.
Well, look, I mean, we've given a link to the Pegaxy team, who've been very
Hmm.
professional about this, and we really appreciate their help. And if you follow that link and you sign up through that link, you actually get some VU tokens as soon as you sign up and verify your account. So make sure you use that link and you don't just sign up through another link
Hmm.
or directly. So if we can just make sure that's posted in the AMA chats and stuff, then that will
That would be very good.
yeah, exactly.
So, with a bit of assistance from Miss Daisy here, I do believe that we can get the link over to the AMA chat in our Discord and perhaps even on our Facebook page so that we can make sure that no other people are going to be sending any other links that you guys don't want it to follow. So, make sure that you guys are using the official links because, as much as possible, we want to provide you with the answer that you guys want. So, there you go. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Miss Daisy. You've been such a great help. So, that being mentioned, there's a lot of things that we can definitely look forward to, especially with how Value Unlocked has been giving all this opportunity for us early on. So we just want to make sure. Can you post the link here, please? According to Jason on the Facebook page. Sure. I just hope I don't get banned. I'll go ahead and do that now for you.
let me
Okay,
let
there you
me
go. So my name is Lewis. If you guys are quite curious to see me, I mean Wes and Lewis is quite different from my name, but I hope you guys don't mind. But that is where that is the link. It is on the Facebook page, and I'm just gonna let Miss Daisy handle the Discord for now. But
I just tried to post it on the Discord and I was not allowed for some reason.
yeah,
That's
because
probably
it's
because
a
I'm not official.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right. But guys, there you go. The links has been provided. I'll go ahead and proceed with the questions once again because I'm sure all of you are excited to see what the project is about. But because we might be talking about this value and that value, and you guys can't even see the website yet. So I'll go ahead and do that now for you. Just a small commercial, and I'll go ahead and continue with our next question, which is the fifth question, if I'm not mistaken. So for my fifth question, Jake, why did you choose to partner with the Philippine brands first and offer the vouchers in the Philippines? Because there might be other countries that will be using this projects or at least the project more. So why Philippines?
Why Philippines? Well, because we actually came to understand why there would be value to this project through gaming and through Web3 gaming. But we also realized that one of the big problems was obviously there were big token price fluctuations, and also there were difficulties in getting tokens into something that you could use in real life. And that meant that people were either exchanging a lot for fiat or USDT, pushing the price down,
Mhm.
or they just didn't have centralized exchange accounts, or the tokens weren't listed there. So we wanted to provide ability to off ramp tokens. So that's and obviously a lot of the players of these games were in the Philippines, so it made sense to. And I think also, look, I come back to our main purpose, which is that we know that there is. It's not easy to have enough money each month to look after everyone that you need to look after. And our real purpose with this is to get the brands to funnel some of their marketing budgets and money through to the users. Web 2 is paid for by the marketing budgets of brands. They pay Facebook and they pay Google. And
Mhm.
what we're trying to do is take out Facebook and Google and get that money and pass it through View to the users, to make
Directly to
it
the
more.
users.
Exactly. And through the View token. So just by buying toothpaste at 7-Eleven, you can earn View tokens and you're an investor in the project. And whoever makes the toothpaste has paid
Mhm.
for that investment and paid you for your loyalty. So
Yeah.
very, very simply, making it more equitable and making it more fair.
Yeah, obviously, because that's a really good way to uh, tell on how Philippines is quite a different market compared to other countries in the Southeast Asia. Because as you are correct, not everyone in the Philippines will be able to get their groceries in 1 month, like within a snap of a fingers.
Yeah,
So some Filipinos might choose to get one product of this, one product of this, especially if the moment we need it. So it might come out as a really quick way for us to be able to get a bit of a cashback, just for a simple purchase of this and that, and perhaps even a discount. So, that being mentioned, it's definitely going to be super helpful. That is why I've mentioned it's going to be essential because not all Filipinos, or at least not like any rich Filipinos, I can't really purchase, in the groceries like within a snap of a finger. It's like something that we are definitely going to be looking forward to as long as it finished developing properly in its right timeline. As long as it's not rushed, that's going to be
absolutely.
great.
And we also want to hear from the community because
Mhm.
we can and we have the connections and the and you'll learn more as we update the website and
Right.
we allow more things about information about the advisors and the people involved in the project to become public.
Mhm.
But we have deep connections with many of the brands and many of the product makers in the whole region. So what we want to do is we want to hear from the community, we want to hear from the people that are using it, what you want us to put
Oh,
on the platform,
right.
because we will go directly to what is most valuable rather than just choosing ourselves, because obviously we need to
Yeah.
make this work for the users.
Yeah. It's like choosing specifically which brand that you're going to pursue because more users are actually
Yeah.
using that brand
I
compared to
want
another one.
Colgate toothpaste or
Yeah.
Coca-Cola or
Okay.
McDonald's or whatever it is, wherever people are shopping,
Mm.
whatever people want to use every day. That's what we want to know, and so that we can help with that first and foremost.
Right. So it's definitely something that we are already using. So we don't really have to adjust to anything. We're not going to be breaking a leg trying to look for that specific product just to save a few cents. It's going to be something that we
Absolutely.
are already using. So that is perfect. That is amazing. Especially like
That's
how you know, being able to save a few pennies. I mean, that is definitely going to be helpful. Pennies in dollars, rather, if
yeah.
as what I meant. When getting your meals, that is super something that is going to be very, very helpful, especially to Filipino families, especially when there's like a small birthday. Filipinos love to celebrate and, buying a lot of foods for people that are going to visit. So that is also one of the few things that I'm looking forward to, especially with
Yeah.
my birthday coming this March. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of birthday, I do believe it's Corey's birthday today. So happy birthday, Corey! If you're listening now, happy birthday to you. I hope you're enjoying your time with the family. But yeah, going back to the topic at hand. Now going back to our questions. Do you have plans to add products for travel and leisure. Like for example, if we want to spend our time here, in this specific hotel, perhaps in this specific resort, is that going to be a plan in the future?
Yes, well, again, we have conversations going with online travel booking platforms. I can't say the names yet,
Hmm.
and there should be cash back between sort of 3 and 6 or 7% from them for hotels, flight bookings, that kind of thing, usable around the region, around Philippines. And so, yeah, we will be able to add that in. Again, as I said before, there's 3 ways that you'll be able to save money and earn cash back on the platform. You'll be able to get upfront discount vouchers and upfront discounts as the brands want to promote various things to our community, and they pay for that. You will be able to follow our on the platform. We're going to organize a marketplace where you can buy through well-known e-commerce sites and gain cash back from buying them through our portal. And that would include travel sites. It would include big names like Lazada and Shopee. And then there will be obviously the physical cash-based receipt mechanism, if you like, where just by buying toothpaste at 7-Eleven, you will be able to earn View tokens so long as you upload the receipt and it's one of the products of a brand partner, which we will obviously make sure the platform is very clear in letting you know.
Amazing. I mean, with that being mentioned, I believe that one of the vision or one of the key visions of View is definitely saving, helping everyone to save a bit more money and making life easier and more functional, if I'm not mistaken. Because having to convert Web3 file to Web2, you know, taking a lot of time to bridge those gap between one another is definitely going to be quite difficult or at least time consuming. So having View bridge that for us will really lessen the time or at least the hassle that is going to cost us later on if we're going to be doing something like that. And if I'm not mistaken, if you guys are looking to have the largest community of shoppers and gamers in the world and rewarding them by everyday brands for their shopping, for their discounts, their costs, like for example, if you might even consider um, partnering with gaming companies in the future, perhaps buying the in-game, tokens from that through crypto is definitely going to be very, very surprising to see, which allows not only for the investors but also the users to have a bit more um, understanding and flexibility on what they're going to be using this platform for specifically. So that is cool. Um, something very, very out of the box when you're building this project. So for that, I would actually love to thank you because you're giving this opportunity to us, the Filipinos. And for my next question, as you have already been finished talking about travel and leisure, such as Shopee and Lazada, as you've mentioned, what made View Life different from other platforms like yours? Because there might be some other platforms that they might consider using because it's already been built. But what makes it different?
Well, I think a lot of the platforms that we've seen, firstly, are in Web 2. So a lot of people have difficulty actually receiving the cashback, and they can't do that in real time. So because we have the ability, so we've built the platform so that it works with Web 3 if you have a wallet, or it works with a phone number or Web 2 if you don't have a wallet. So we'll be able to log in with Facebook just with your phone number. So we're able to give you your value, your View tokens, which you can spend on the platform immediately based on that. So I think that is better than a lot of the Web 2 platforms. We're also able, due to the financing through crypto, to actually give the cash back sooner because we are not dependent on the payment terms of the big brands like Nike, which can take up to 3 months for you to get your cash back, which is no fun for anyone. So I think those are the two main differences that we have. I think also no one has put together all the different pieces of this puzzle into one platform before. There are places where you can get cash back through links. There are places where you can take photographs of receipts and upload them into a platform. And there are places where you can get discount vouchers, but you can't actually put them all together. You can't actually earn tokens that you can spend on these things by just referring your family, whether or not they are Web3 gamers or they don't know what Web3 is. And they're a grandmother and they have a mobile
Yeah.
phone and an app. So I think these are the main differences between us and other platforms.
Mhm. I mean, what I can see about this platform specifically is, as you did mention, it can be someone who is not really gauged into Web3. That is why I did mention that it can be an essential because some users in the future, especially once it has been fully developed, some users in the future might even consider using Vue and not even have the idea or have a slightest idea that this is being created with Web3 in mind. So that in itself is super different already if you're going to be asking me. And as long as I did mention that correctly, I'll go ahead and proceed to my last question, which I'm sure that you have already did mention. I just want to ask again, lastly, on when the roadmap is going to be shared with the community. You did mention this earlier, but the month, like
Well,
what
we're going
month?
to have the website version of the roadmap, which is obviously very high level, and it will give you an idea of what our ideas about our development schedule will be. And that should be up within February. So we will put
Mhm.
that on the website as we're developing that. It's actually ready. We just haven't put it up yet. So you'll be able to see where we're going and the time that's going to take very, very quickly. The white paper will be up within March, and we're aiming at the beginning of March. But these things can take a bit longer, and I think that's really important that everyone understands that we are building a project for the long term, and we're not going to promise anything that we can't deliver, and we're not going
Mhm.
to do what a lot of Web3 and crypto projects do, which is promise the world and not deliver. We're going to take it step by step, and we're going to deliver value for our users. And in that way, we will make, which is what I know how to do and what I've done for 20 years, make a sustainable project that creates value for everyone over the long term.
Yeah, it's not trying to make promises and just try to make shift out of it, like MacGyver your way through it. It's developing the project first before actually saying that this is going to be it. Because I do understand that there are projects that would want to fulfill promises from the community, but as we did mention earlier, or specifically what you did mention earlier, it is best to learn to hear from the community. So especially like which brands to be that we're going to be using specifically, so that you can pursue that kind of brand further first before anything else. So I do believe that is quite uh, amazing, but also in a sense it is one of the most respected value that we Filipinos, especially me as one, I could tell that it is something that we're definitely going to be appreciating, to have something developed first before anything else. So that being mentioned, once again, to the person that is asking on the Facebook page, I have provided the link above. So please go ahead and just scroll up a bit, and you will be able to see the official link for Value Unlock. Make sure not to click on anything else because we don't want you to get scammed or anything else. Go onto a phishing website because there is a lot of opportunistic people. So that being said, I can see that there is a slight growth in audience in our AMA channel, and it is actually nice that you guys are able to come in just in the right time. And if ever you do miss a bit of questions and answer that Jake has provided for us, we will be talking about it later on in a bit again. So if you guys have any other questions as well, we will be doing that after our giveaway, which is going to be happening now. So, Miss Daisy, I do believe that there are people on the Facebook page that are quite curious to see how Value Unlocked is used. So, if we have that video available, can we pull that up right now as we are having the giveaway time? So, guys, if you want to also to join the giveaway that is, provided in Pegaxy. We encourage you to sign up on the VU platform during this time, as we are currently having the giveaway. We all have also provided the link that you can use for the referral. As Jake did mention, you will be able to gain VU tokens. So that being mentioned, it is something that you wouldn't really want to miss. The referral tokens will be given as soon as you start sharing it. So Good luck, guys, and I hope uh, you know take your time. And for now, let's go ahead and watch the video because I haven't actually seen this video yet. There you go. Interesting. So you can actually place your mobile number, everything once you have registered. So make sure. So will there be, Jake, if you don't mind me asking, will there
Of
be
course.
KYC during this process, or this is more on just registration proper? Because there will be information that is being provided in this platform. So is
Absolutely.
KYC going to
Well,
be something
you
part of it?
can, the more you verify your account, the more
Mhm.
features are unlocked. You can use just a wallet, but obviously, if we're going to be giving away tokens for referrals, we need to make sure that people are real humans because
True.
uh,
Abuse.
yeah, exactly. People. So by verifying your phone number, we know that you're a real person. And again, what our project is about getting real people paid by brands to enable them to use your data. So rather than just giving it away, it's about showing the brands and deciding, yes, this is who I am. I'm happy for my data to be used, and I'm going to get rewarded for it. So, and the other reason for the phone number is also so that you can, when you're earning tokens by referring people to join the community, they can just use their phone number rather than a wallet address so that it's available to everyone, not just crypto or
Mhm.
Web3 users.
Perfect. So that being mentioned just one more time for all the Pegaxy users that are currently listening to us right now, whether you might be on Facebook or on Discord, Value Unlock will gift you a free voucher as a welcome gift. So in order to claim it, you need to register at the provided link by none other than Pegaxy or VU properly. So once done, send a proof in AMA chat in Pegaxy Discord to get the giveaway participation role, if I'm not mistaken. So you can get more from it. So perhaps if you are looking for a chance to win Pegaxy shirt, it is also one of the chance to you can get one because I personally I still have not received mine yet, but I'm to have it. So
Well,
there we
look, we
go.
have a
Yep.
lot of customers. We have good customer service people on the Discord and good community
Mhm.
moderators. So if there's any problems, you can always ask them, and they'll make sure it gets sorted out. Someone
Definitely.
on the Discord AMA chat asked, when will the VU token be released in the trading market? And at the moment, we're imagining quarter 3 of this year. It will be actually floating, and we will do open to everybody discounted investment rounds before that in quarter 2. And you just have to follow our social medias. If you follow me as well, then you will get even more advanced on the VU socials. You'll get information. But that's when we imagine it'll be trading. But there will be opportunities, obviously, to invest at a lower rate, but they will be locked up as is normal.
There we go. So the John, I believe, or John, I'm not sure how to
Yeah.
pronounce the name properly, but there you go. That is the answer to your question. This is actually the perfect time to send in your questions now if you are curious. Don't worry if you are from the Facebook page. I will be reading your questions and relay it to um, our CEO here, of course, none other than Jake. And in order for you to hear the questions, or I mean, the answers to your questions, so that we can be on the same page. And as you can see here, I have been denied by my entry because I haven't done the registration. So it is actually a foolproof. We need you to actually register and send it over to us on Pegaxy in the AMA chat so we can make sure that you can join us for the giveaway. So, Miss Daisy, I do believe we can head back to our um, places so that we can proceed again with the questions. And there are a few questions here earlier that if I'm not mistaken, if you're interested to answer, yeah, feel free to drop it now so Jake can answer the questions that you have in mind. So, such as question when can we start using VIS in VU? What do you think about that, Sir Jake?
You can already. You can already. It is active on both the discount vouchers and on the gift cards. So you can use it. I think we have Steam gift cards, Garena gift cards.
Mm,
We have 7-Eleven vouchers and discounts and Grab food. So you should be able to use your Viz, sorry, on all of that, as well as your
mhm,
View tokens that you earn. Is to partner with a small number of very credible Web3 projects so that we can support you guys, and we will enable it, make it very easy for people to firstly aggregate their tokens from all of these projects so that they don't have to have enough of just Viz or just one or the other to take access of to access the products.
mhm.
Also, we will enable people to very easily swap tokens with projects that we don't have a partnership with into the tokens of the projects we have a partnership, which we're going to enable people to bring the tokens from all of those projects together to make a purchase, so you don't have to have enough of just one token. And we're also going to make it very easy for people to move tokens from projects we don't have a partnership with into tokens of the projects we do have partnerships with, so that they can again access more of the benefits of the platform.
Right.
I think the other thing to say is that we are right at the beginning of developing this project. I
Mhm,
think we are giving away and giving out a lot of tokens through the referral program and to people who support us in growing the community and growing the benefits. So everyone here who's hearing about this is hearing about it right at the beginning and getting the highest level of benefit and the highest level value of token that there is probably ever going to be. So I hopefully that's beneficial for your community as well.
well, it is definitely something that we can look forward to in the future. And it speaks a lot about the design of how this project is going to be maintained, of course. The longevity is something that we really need to look forward to so that when it comes to involving hype or all of this, because I'm pretty sure that some of us are really looking forward to just using it on a daily basis, being able to use it as an essential part of life is definitely something that we can do, as we will be saving a lot of money in that process. So I just want to make sure that is the designing the project to be sustainable over the long term, with brands paying real money to access our users supporting the project. How does the brand plan to keep on building this? Will we be able to meet the team that are involved in
Do you
building
mean
the
will the
project?
users be able to meet the
Yes,
team?
that's
Yes,
correct.
absolutely. Well, look, we are always on Discord. We are always we have a Telegram channel for announcements and a Telegram chat as well. And we're building our presence on Facebook. So there's always moderators. I am on the Discord channel, obviously, and the
Mhm.
Telegram chat as well. Not as much as I would like to be, but I am there. So users can always ask me questions, and our great moderators will be there to help if I'm not available. So we're always in touch. We will, as well as our community grows, be conducting our own AMAs and our own outreach programs. And so people will be able to meet us through that as well. And obviously, if people are in Bangkok, then it's very easy because we're physically here
Mhm.
at the moment. So yes, meeting the team is, well, we're obviously, people know our names and know who we
Mhm.
are, so we're not sort of hiding behind avatars or anything like that, because we're a real project, and we're always available to talk to people. And I think you can see from the Discord of our Discord and our Twitter, and the feedback from real users there, that people are already getting value from that. We've had about 100 users in the last few days, and about 250 different vouchers being bought. And I think, as people are signing up, which I can see they are on the AMA chat, they should already be able to access the link to invite all of their friends and their
Mhm.
community. And as soon as those people sign up and sign in, they will be rewarded with VU tokens, which they can then spend on the platform. And there's a lot up there that they can spend already, on the platform with.
Yeah, because based on how recent things that has been happening around Web3, I do believe that having transparency when it comes to the team, being able to meet them and for us to directly get the answers from the team, from the developing team, is definitely something that we can uh, use or something that we can take information on because we are talking to real people, not just avatars, as you have mentioned. So that is one thing that we are truly thankful for, being able to be there with someone who is willing to answer our questions if we are actually curious to be doing with what we're going to be doing. So that being mentioned, um, hang on. If we have more questions from our community, please go ahead and asking that one. From what I can see here, it seems like there's a few people that are already definitely sending their confirmations to join. Um, there we go. The giveaways and everything. So congratulations to our winners. That being mentioned and to the registry the users that you already have at the moment. It might not be thousands yet, right, Jake? As you did mention, it's around 100, but still the project is still building, the brands are still coming in, joining in. Actually later on, if I'm not mistaken, once the roadmap has been fulfilled properly, once staking is involved, even after before the staking is involved, I do believe that the brands will come in because even the brands themselves will see the value on how they will be able to reach their products to the consumers without really having to market anything else at that moment, as you did mention as well. So that.
Absolutely, and people can participate. People don't need to even take our word for it. They can
Mhm.
participate with no cost, no risk to themselves. See if it works, and if they like it and they get benefit, then they can participate more. So we don't need anything up front. We don't need anything from anyone apart from them just to
Mm,
try the platform and get something for free or get something discounted. And if
yeah.
that works for them and they like it, then they can go ahead and do more.
So the production of the roadmap and the IDO is being taken very cautiously. It's not something that is being rushed, as I did mention, like a bunch of times, because we want to make sure that to all the audiences that are here right now are aware that the team will be taking their time to actually produce something that you can use that isn't rushed nor is just being developed for the sake of making a small profit out of why would they be spending their time developing this with their faces involved just to make a quick buck out of it, right? So it is definitely something that they
That's a
are.
lot of money at the moment to keep
Yeah.
going. It's the other
True,
way
because you did
around.
mention that you're funding it by yourselves, right? There's
We
no
are.
no investments involved from the community because there are no tokens to be purchased. There's nothing that the team can use to actually keep on developing it. It's being self-funded at the moment.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So there we go.
Um, please go ahead.
Okay, so what are the next few steps that View have in store for us? Like, what are the next plans that you guys are looking forward to? Because we can definitely see that the project is already up and running, but if you don't mind giving us a few glimpses of what you guys are currently building on, can you please, if that's okay to talk about? But if not, of course, I understand.
Absolutely. Well, without giving too much away,
Mm-hmm.
our project is to create more ways to earn for our users. So obviously they can earn by growing the community now. And what we're all about, as we said before, enabling people to give their data and provide useful information to brands and get paid by that. So we're looking at creating this receipt snapping, we call it, cashback system, which will take a few months. But there are also, I'm not really supposed to talk about this, but there are also requirements for people to fill out brand surveys and brand information, which they will also get rewarded for.
Mm-hmm.
So these month or 3, depending on which part it is. We're also working hard on our roadmap and our white paper to enable us to go out to raise some funds. Now the project is working
Mm-hmm.
to invest in developing the project faster. And the most important thing is that we created something that works, that creates value for the community. And now we feel like we can go and raise money to go and invest behind that rather than investing in something that doesn't exist yet. So
Right.
that's where we are now. We only launched really to the public about 2 weeks ago. So everyone here is very, very early. And now we've seen it working. We're continuing the work on what we need to do to be able to invest behind it and go a lot faster and ultimately grow the community, grow the project faster and create more value to those who participate, use it and enjoy it.
Suggestions and feedbacks are definitely something that the team will definitely appreciate because, as you did mention, this is a platform that looks forward to bringing the value to the Filipinos as they are right now. So, whichever brands that you're using is definitely something. It's like a form of reimbursement that does not include all the nitty gritty details that you have to talk to the people, yeah, doing this, doing that. It's like the moment you provide the information that they're just looking for, it's done, and you already have
Exactly.
what you will be getting. So, with that being mentioned, there will be more brands, and I'm pretty sure that there will be more partners in the projects later on as it keeps on developing. Will there be more chains that the token from Binance Smart Chain and others can be used if there's any cases?
Absolutely. And currently, our plan is to bring Binance Smart Chain into the platform because we think that would be useful. But again, we would love to hear from the community what they see as valuable because we can be adaptable to what is most useful for people. Because look,
Mhm.
this is not about building what we think everyone wants. This is about building what people actually want and what is actually useful for people. So we want to understand where people are shopping, what brands they like, what brands they want to get compensated for, where they're having difficulty with where things are too expensive, which brands they would like to be able to access but can't, and also where they're getting value from tokens and where they're finding it difficult and what their pain points are around getting value from Web3 into the real world. So it's really important that people let us know on the Discord and talk to us about what they want, and we will do our
Right.
very best to build things to them.
What I love about this is the growth is organic. The growth is real. It's like from the people that are currently using it are the ones that will, be able to actually use it. It's not like View is being on your face, being shoved in your face to use this, use this. It's not like that. It's like something that the users can already use, that they can do, and being able to make the most out of it. Of course, if there is something that you can't really do anything about it anymore, at least there is one thing that you can possibly able to have, which is tangible for you to use, something that you can definitely connect. So, if I'm not mistaken, one of the few things that View really has in store for us you know, is being able to provide the brands within a very easy way. So the platform, um, as long as we provide, or at least we let you know what we like. So for example, Nike, I could possibly get a shirt, something nice. What you don't like, if it's in the platform and no users actually like it, perhaps that can also be told. And of course, you did mention that you guys are very reachable. May it be on Discord, may it be on Telegram. It is. I do believe that is something that the transparency between users and the developers is something that we can definitely look forward to. So, with that being mentioned, is there anything else that you would like to mention, Jake?
Well, I would just love people to try the platform, to log in through that link because they'll automatically get tokens and they can see that we do exactly what we say we'll do. They can introduce their friends and their families, and they can earn more tokens from that, and their friends because everyone who does any introducing, they earn tokens when someone they introduce signs up. But as soon as
Mm-hmm.
the person they introduce signs up, they also earn tokens. So there is no downside. They don't. No one has to actually, before they've tested the program, no one has to actually bring any value in or anything like that. They can earn
Mm-hmm.
everything in the platform that they can spend in the platform just by
Right.
introducing and growing the community. So what we would really like is people just to try it. just to grow the community, see that they can earn from that, see that we give the value that we say we give in return for the value that they give us. And follow us on social media and keep engaged with the project, keep checking back as we build more functions and more ways for people to earn and benefit from the relationships that we have.
Mhm. Beautiful. So, to everyone that is in here right now, within the AMA, I do believe that you can already try. There's no problem when it comes to doing this thing. So the website is already accessible. You don't need to pay for anything. All you have to do is connect your wallet, connect your mobile phones, register. There is a referral link that is being given by Pegaxy. So if you want to use that, you know, there is a welcome gift that you can use as a free voucher in order to claim it. So that is definitely something that you can use at this very moment here and now. So why not give it a shot? So once again, congratulations to all the winners of the Pegaxy shirts. If you are interested, and there you go. I can see another one.
There we go.
Congratulations, Michael.
Great.
So yeah, when
Um, I'm very, very glad you won a shirt, Michael. I'm very jealous.
all right. Any more questions from the people on Facebook? May it be on Pegaxy shirt. So if you guys have any other questions, of course, I do believe once again, if you were not able to hear it earlier, you can definitely use the VIS tokens now to convert it into vouchers that you can use in Value Unlock. So for that,
To see a lot of people have created accounts already. So I'm
yeah.
hoping that everyone has managed to find their referral links,
Hmm.
which they can use to earn more tokens by getting their contacts and their network to sign up. So if there's any problems with finding that link and understanding
Right.
how it works, please do ask questions on our Discord server so that we can make sure that you get these benefits and can buy all the vouchers that you want, basically for free.
And actually, as you've mentioned that, it's actually quite funny because there are people asking on Facebook, right? What the official link is for VU. There are already people sending their own referral links on Facebook, and I just find it
That's
funny.
fantastic.
Yeah, I know, right? It's actually really fun because it's the same people that are, that is with us from the beginning and up to now. When people ask what website it is, they're the ones that are providing it because of the referrals. So that's actually quite fun. So yeah,
Well, that's
maybe you
great.
can have Pegaxy shirt
Um,
on VU. That would be nice.
And it's also actually worth mentioning that if you log in on your mobile phone, then there are sharing links with your referral link. So you're able to share it on WhatsApp. You're able to share it online, just as you would normally with anything else. So actually, it's more difficult to do that, and we haven't done that yet when you're logging in through a computer. But if you log in through a laptop, a mobile phone, through MetaMask or anything else, then you're able to easily share your link to your address book through the other platforms and the other channels on that.
So yeah, with that being mentioned, how to win shirt, I do believe that there are already winners here. So there we go. Congratulations. So please go ahead and claim it. Make sure to claim it. And all of that being mentioned here and now, once again, congratulations to everyone that is in here right now. You are very early in the project. So your feedback is definitely something that View is definitely going to be appreciating. Like, for example, what we have talked about countless times already is to provide which brands you actually enjoy so that you can definitely use it. You don't really have to adjust to what is being provided to you. And if you don't, do you mind if I speak in Tagalog, Jake?
Not at all. Not at all. Please go for it.
Alright, perfect. So kung meron kayong brand na ginagamit ngayon na kunyari wala sa view, hindi nyo kailangan mag-adjust. Sabihin nyo kung ano yung kailangan yung brand and sila mismo ang magta-try na i-pursue yung brand na yun in order to get it sa loob ng platform nila. So, that being mentioned, I hope you guys have been able to understand. I like Jake's hair. Yeah, same. It's nice. I was trying to brush up my hair just like how he has it, but unfortunately, it's not the same.
That's very kind. Whoever said
But
that.
yeah, as a translation, Jake, I just had to mention that whichever brand that they're already using, As long as you provide a feedback on the Discord server, we you don't need to adjust to what is already inside the value unlock. If you use something else, go ahead and send it over to the team, so perhaps they can persuade to have them on the platform, which is something nicer. You don't really have to worry about anything else.
That's great. It's also worth mentioning, if you check our Twitter, there is we have a competition running as well for following our socials, so you can follow that on the Twitter account. Also, if you want to follow my Twitter account as well, then the updates will be in advance of any other updates. I don't have many Twitter followers at the moment. I don't do much of that at the moment, but that will increase quickly, I think, over time now as we get going.
Right. And there we go. So once again, thank you so much, Jake, for this. I do believe that if you guys want to visit all of the links, social medias that View has available in store for us, it's already on the stream. So if you are on Facebook, you can see the links just below us, just below our cameras. So the Facebook page, the Twitter, the Discord. Make sure to use that and no other links. So make sure that you're all on the right channel. And on top of that, anything else that you would love to mention before we wrap this all up?
Well, look, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's participated. I hope that everyone has a poke around the View site and also just jumps on the server and lets us know what they want and lets us know what would be useful for them, because we're very lucky to have access to a whole load of brands, a whole load of people, and we can build things that are very useful, because our goal really is to help people to make ends meet, help people to save money, and help people to get more value out of Web3, out of their activities, and out of their data. So the
Mhm.
best way we can do that is learn from our community about about what they need.
But yeah,
No, but
thank
you
you
guys
so
have been
much.
so great. It's a pleasure to actually
It's a pleasure to have you here.
let your people know first.
Mm. And of course, guys, if you just like I've mentioned before, if you need anything, you've heard it from me before, and as I will do it now for you. If you have any questions that you would like to ask in Filipino, please don't hesitate. I will be contacting Jake to get the answer straight from him, and I'll translate it for you if you'd like. So that is me as your host, just trying to extend my gratitude for being here along with us tonight. And just like I've mentioned earlier, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone that is tuning in. And that will be it for now. Thank you for joining us on Pegaxy and View AMA. And we would love to hear more from Jake on their platforms, on their Discords. So make sure to give them a follow. And that being mentioned, thank you so much. I'm pretty sure that you guys already know me, but if you'd love to check out my socials, just search Wes on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So yeah, have a good night. And oh, by the way, Jake, enjoy dinner. I
Thank you
believe
very
it's dinner
much.
time. So
You can
have a
see
good
that
one.
it's got dark while we've been talking,
Yeah,
right?
I can actually see that, just like as you've mentioned. So thank you so much. Have a good night and goodbye to everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lewis.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet everyone as well. Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Take care. Bye bye.